welcome back to Simply Solo Playthroughs on Solo Board Games on YouTube and other fun places. We are here today with news from Fantasy Flight Games, not Civil War, which is coming October 17th, and not Sensoid Snackdown coming the 21st of November, just in time for Christmas. But we are here today with something wonderful, simply wonderful. I keep wanting to say something wonderful. I don't know why. So let's take a look at this. I have not read this all the way through yet. This link only takes you to the store for products that you can order if you're a store, not shopping. So there's no release date on it. Hey, aren't you one of those guys from the Beach Volleyball Bros? Part 2, Kate Bishop. Simon Williams, the former industrial rival of Tony Stark turned superpowered movie star, first got his powers by agreeing to undergo an experiment crafted by the Masters of Evil. That sounds brilliant, just brilliant. After meeting and subsequently being defeated by the Avengers, he changed his way and became a consistent part-time member of the team to be a flashy hero, Wonder Man. So he had a occasional walk-on role? I don't know. Fantasy Flight Games is excited to announce Wonder Man, Hero Super Pack for Marvel Champions, the card game. As a superhero movie star, comfortable both on the silver screen and the battlefield, Wonder Man blasts into the fray with an expansion pack, which introduces him as a new playable hero alongside his 16 signature cards. Paired with pre-built, mostly Justice deck, stay tuned on that, to optimize his ability to thwart schemes, you'll be able to take on foes as Wonder Man from the moment you open the box, with his unique physiology allowing him to manipulate energy in incredible ways. Wonder Man is a potent hero worthy of standing on center stage. Ionic physiology. So Simon Williams has a 3 recover, kind of standard hand size of 6, hit points of 12, ionic energy being, not iconic. You may include a event with a printed energy resource icon from any aspect of your deck. Set up, put ionic physiology into play. Wonder Man is a 2/1/2 stat line with a 1 asterisk for attack. He is an aerial avenger. Wonder Man gets a +1 attack for each card tucked under Ionic Physiology, forced response. After Wonder Man makes a basic attack, discard each card tucked under Ionic Physiology. Central to his playstyle and his very being is Ionic Physiology. Wonder Man 2. So it's going to be a permanent, max 3 cards tucked. After you play an event with a printed energy resource, tuck that event from your discard pile under this card. Heal 1 damage from your identity. So this is great. He's going to be able to heal as he goes. Cool. That is really, really cool. I like that. He's not flipping down much, is he? Which lets you tuck any energy printed with you play on it. Doing so heals your identity, but also charges up the attack stat for Wonder Man. We saw that. Up to 3. Himself, thanks to innate power recycling ability. You'll see momentarily much of his kit revolves around energy resources as well. So naturally, you'll want to include as many cards with that resource type in your deck as possible. So he's going to have a definitely unique builds. Thankfully, Simon Williams, Wonder Man 1B, status as Ionic Energy Being allows you to include events with a printed energy resource icon from any aspect of your deck. Opening up all kinds of deck. Yeah, of course it's going to open up some really cool deck building ideas. Granting Wonder Man access to surplus energy resources means you can pay for his signature events, each with a special kicker that triggers when you overpay them with energy. Active Altruism, Wonder Man 3, and Ionic Blast both scale around the effects amount of energy used to pay them. Okay, let's take a look at Active Altruism. It's a thwart event. Good. Remove one thwart from the scheme. Okay, for 0 cost. Remove 2 additional threat from the scheme for each energy resource. So you can remove 5. Oh, that's cool. 5. For essentially a cost of 2 cards. That's good. Okay, so let's take a look at his attack then. Ionic Blast. 1 cost, deal 3 damage to an enemy, deal 2 additional damage to that enemy for each energy resource you overpaid for this card to a maximum of 3. So that's 2, 4, 6, 9 damage for. It's going to take your whole hand for 5 cards. That's probably going to be good. Especially if you have a double energy resource in there. Boy, I bet you wish you could have a double energy resource. That would be really nice. Starstruck. Number 5 can stun an enemy so long as you overpay by at least 1 energy. 1 cost, 1 energy, so 3 cards, or possibly 2 cards if you have double energy. That's pretty good. So you don't have to pay for it with an energy resource. You would just overpay the energy resource. Right? That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. These events combo well with his signature resource card, Energy Siphon, number 6, which lets Wonder Man trade a bit of his health for some extra energy resources. Oh no. Hero Interrupt. When you spend this card, it's a resource card, take up to 3 damage. This generates 1 additional energy resource for each damage, so you could generate 4 for 1 of those. Okay, that's actually really good. That's really good. I kind of like that. Okay, since Ionic lets you heal for 1 point each damage you play the event. Yeah, okay, you immediately get a potential hit point refund. Okay, that's a nice way to put it. If you use extra resources from Energy Siphon to pay for one of those events, problem is you're going to want to make sure you don't knock yourself out with that, because that's going to occur before you get the refund, and then you flip down. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see. Pay for it. Other cards in his kit help you pay and overpay for these events as well, such as Jet Belt. Upgrade. Nice. Exhaust Jet Belt generate an energy resource for an event. Exhaust Jet Belt and discard a card tucked under Ionic Energy and generate an energy resources. Okay, so you're going to have either an energy resource for an event or a general energy resource. Okay, I think I can live with that. Let's see. Jet built. Okay, and Mr. Hollywood. With so much energy at his disposal, it's no wonder, they're going to use that word too much, that he could stand aside along his fellow Avengers. Mr. Hollywood, generate 1 energy resource to overpay for a card, limit once per card. And it's an upgrade. Hi, it's me from the future. I was looking at this card under editing, and wow, this is super. This is a Dig 4 card, because it limits once per card. So every time you can overpay, you're going to have an overpaid resource once per card. This is a great card. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so what's really cool about Firebird, it will take 2 incidental from an attack. So if you overpaid for Firebird, put 1 rebirth counter on her. Interrupt when Firebird would be defeated by consequential damage. Remove one rebirth counter from her. Heal all damage from her instead. So Firebird is not blocking Bird on the first time around. That's going to be important to remember. And 2 attacks, so you get 4 attack for 2, effective cost of 3, or you get 1, 2, 3, 4 thwart. Okay, she's probably going to be a thwarting, but I kind of like the attack though. So, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Sentry. Let's see, it has a cost of 3, 2 thwart, 3 attack, and 5 for damage. After Sentry enters play, search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal it. If no side scheme was revealed this way, place 6 threat on the main scheme. Oh, you're going to want to put some side schemes into play. That is really cool. I know someone who'd really like to play that card a lot. Granted, even though Wonder Man has plenty of tools of his own, it never hurts having a little help from his friends. And that's where his pre-built, mostly Justice come in from his heroic conditioning. So what this says, play under any player's control, max 1 per player, you get plus 3 hit points. And your hero gets plus 1 thwart. Kind of nice. I kind of like that. Let's see. Which can provide him a boost to an already solid hit points and thwart and make him even more effective hero, keeping in line with Wonder Man's theme of overpaying for cards. Firebird gets an extra bonus, so you pay more for their printed cost, allowing her to restore herself to maximum hit points after getting knocked out by consequential damage. Keep that in mind. That consequential damage is going to be important. The event Everywhere All at Once also gets you a boost when you overpay it, potentially removing 3 threat for multiple schemes so long as you have an extra resource in hand. Play only if your identity has aerial trait. Oh, nice. Okay. Thwart, choose X schemes, remove 2 threat from each scheme, 3 threat instead if you overpaid for this card. Okay, so you can remove. Okay, that's not bad. So you could theoretically remove 1 from 3 schemes. Be kind of pricey to do that. Very pricey to do that. To help you save resources for those overpaid cards, Wonder Man's deck includes a couple of allies with lower printed costs than their power level would normally suggest, instead having a more unique price to pay to balance them out. Take Sentry Wonder Man 15. For example, this ally has an absolutely incredible stats and costing only 3 resources, but when you play him, you'll have to put a side scheme into play, or else pay a staggering 6 threat to the main scheme. Similarly, Scarlet Witch, Wonder Man 14, is also a potential low-cost ally with great stacks, but her chaotic power could wind up causing trouble with an unexpected treachery. So, be prepared. Stronger together. When your character other than your hero would take any amount of damage, if that trait shares a trait with your hero, reduce that damage by your defense. And you don't have to exhaust. That's pretty cool. Unified Strike. When an ally uses a basic power, exhaust your hero. Add your hero's matching power to that ally's power for this use. That ally does not take consequential damage for this use. Okay, I definitely see where that could be helpful. Yeah, that's going to be helpful with Firebird. That will be really nice. I like that. Finally, with Wonder Man's ability to include out-of-aspect events with printed energy resources, it's only fitting that some non-justice cards are in here as well. Protection event, serving together, Wonder Man 19. Lets Wonder Man use his defense to reduce incoming damage and Aimed at fellow Aerial or Avenger characters, this applies to any source of damage, including consequential damage, which makes it a great card for keeping a powerful allies like Sentry around for longer. If you have a spare aerial ally handy, the aggression event Bombs Away is being reprinted. Provides a great way to make them deal a big spread of damage in the go. Otherwise, Leadership, Unified Strike lets you bolster the strength of an ally's basic thwart or attack with your hero's matching stat, while also protecting that ally from consequential damage. If you're already planning to use an ally and your hero for the same basic power, you might as well have them work together for extra benefit. Yeah, that's going to be really cool. And since Wonder Man increases his attack for each card tucked under his ionic physiology, if you were already planning to use an ally and your hero for the same basic attack, you may as well use it. And keep in mind the ionic physiology lets you get in multiple swings, get the boosted power, since you won't have to discard the cards afterwards. Oh, wow. These are just some examples of how handy cards from other aspects that Wonder Man can include in his deck, and there are countless other combinations to explore. Yes, there are. When ally uses basic power, exhaust your hero. Add your hero's exhausting matching power to that of the allies. That ally, oh man, that's a really powerful card for Wonder Man. And Mr. Hollywood, with the ionic physiology and special relationship with energy resources, Wonder Man is a flashy and unique hero that can easily slot into any team. Look forward to fighting for your ideals as Wonder Man. Oh, February 2026. Okay, I guess I'll be waiting. That's a bummer. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Come back later for more Marvel Champion news and solo playthroughs. Have a fantastic day.